Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to tonight's host for this evening, Magali Wilkinson.
Welcome to the American Friends of Rabin Medical Center's 18th Anniversary Gala. This is promising to be a wonderful night for all of us, and I promise I won't talk too much. My name is Magali Wilkinson, and I'm pleased to be your Master of Ceremonies this evening. I work with 60 Minutes at CBS News, and my profession has taken me to many parts of the world, and also Israel many times. So when I was asked to do this tonight, I had no hesitation because of who the honorees are. But what really sealed the deal was honoring a place named after a man who I personally held in high regard. Yitzhak Rabin is one of these people whose hand you would have hoped to get to shake one day, a man who was a visionary and whose spirit of peaceful coexistence is at the core of what the Rabin Medical Center is all about. And finally, as a gala dedicated to representing the best values of New York, here tonight are Muslim, Jewish, and Christian clerics through the auspices of the New York Archdiocese and the New York Board of Rabbis. Very important. So why are we all here tonight? Because the fundraising from this evening's gala and from AFRMC's efforts throughout the year support the Rabin Medical Center, which again, I have to remind you, is the premier medical center in Israel. Tonight, we are fortunate, very fortunate, to have the director of the Rabin Medical Center, Dr. Aaron Halperin, present here in New York, and at this time, we'd like to invite him up to the stage.
I'm Aaron Halperin, CEO of Rabin Medical Center in beautiful Tel Aviv. Actually, Petah Tikva, it's a suburb nearby. Thank you very much for being here tonight and for your generosity supporting Rabin Medical Center. In 2018, every brand new transplant center will be open alongside our Helen Schneider Women's Hospital, our Rekanati Genetics Institute, and Israel's premier cancer treatment center. And that's why I am with you this evening. Tonight, I am delighted to announce that by 2020, we will double the size of our Davidov Cancer Center, which will include a new acute myeloid leukemia outpatient clinic bearing the names of our dear AFRMC friends, Wendy and Stephen Segal. As a pillar strength and unwavering support, together your acts of compassion sustain and save many lives to make our world a better place. Thank you, Wendy and Stephen, for helping Israel's Rabin Medical Center flourish and excel.
Please welcome Marianne with your warm applause.
My congratulations to Wendy and Steve. I had no idea, but I can't think of anyone more deserving than the two of you. Congratulations. Obviously, it is very right that tonight we present you with the Yitzhak Rabin Excellence in Leadership Award for exemplary civic and corporate responsibility. Please come up, Scott. Just read what it says about you, okay? And then it's your words. Let me tell you what the plaque reads. Magnanimous New Yorker and real estate legend, exemplar of civic and corporate responsibility, dedicated public leader and cultural patron, champion of social innovation, outstanding colleague and loyal friend, a generous spirit. Thank you to a true friend of Israel and the Jewish people for helping Israel's Rabin Medical Center flourish and excel. Congratulations, Scott.
Thank you. Thank you, Marianne. Marianne's a great friend and a great civic leader in her own right, and for all of us in the real estate industry knows that she has been someone that has been a guiding light a great mentor and role model for many of us. And I do remember those phone calls that Marianne was referencing in her commentary, typically on a Saturday morning. And Cardinal, I really can't say what she actually said because she was not as polite and gracious as she was pretending to be here tonight. But she made her point well, and we got it done together as a team. So I appreciate all that you do for New York and for our industry and for all your civic endeavors. And Magali, where are you, Magali? There you are, hiding now on me. Magali, a great friend, a great partner in crime, never afraid to raise her hand whenever there is a charitable endeavor, whether it's in Tanzania, the west side of Manhattan, or here tonight. Magali's always willing to come up, and she does such a great job, and beautiful and articulate, and thank you, Magali, for all that you do and your commitment here. I'd also like to congratulate Steve and Wendy Segal. That's a great honor, and again, we were all surprised by that, but well-deserved. And you know how much I'm by your side all the time and always in my thoughts. And Steve, thank you. And Wendy, keep pushing here because this is great stuff what you do. I got to thank the American Friends of Rabin Medical Center. It's, you know, they talk about New York and what they've done. There's probably one of the most effective organizations that is not really based in New York that has been penetrated the New York community. And that's because Israel is our sixth borough. And so when you think about that, we recognize that. And as New York 6th borough, and tonight I formally make you New York 6th borough, if I have any powers to do that, you are now New York 6th borough, and we appreciate you and we'll stand by Rabin as we go forward, and I really appreciate this honor. I believe that times like this demand a renegotiation of the social contract. The social contract between business, government, and civic responsibility. As business leaders, we must take on greater responsibility. As business leaders, we need to advocate and take responsibility for the well-being of our communities as much as we do for the well-being of our companies. As business leaders, we need to recognize the fallout from the structural disruption that we are going through and be more compassionate about those on the losing end of this economic reshuffling. And as business leaders, we need to provide a roadmap into the 21st century where technology helps create a better quality of life, a stronger sense of community, and an opportunity for everyone who works hard and plays by the rules to prosper. The Rabin Medical Center understands this and has made it the very foundation of its mission, which states, "The great advances in technology are merely tools to help the individual." At the basis of Rabin Medical Center's mission are people. People supporting people, striving to make tomorrow a better day. This is the type of 21st century leadership that we all need. Justice Brandeis once said that the most important political office is that of private citizen. We all need to take that message to heart. In today's uncertain world, this means being more informed, more open-minded, and more committed to being actively engaged. This message also reminds me of one of the things I learned when nobody thought I was paying attention at Hebrew school. The concept of tikkun olam, and that's the responsibility of each and every one of us, literally taking the opportunity to repair the world, to do our part to make our world, to make our communities better places. Today, more than ever, as business and civic leaders, we have a responsibility to rise to this challenge. Today, more than ever, we have a responsibility to care for those that are displaced. Today, more than ever, we have a responsibility to speak out against those who try to divide and who use politics of fear and hatred. Today, more than ever, we have a responsibility to demand that when it comes to making our communities safer from gun violence, thoughts and prayer are not enough, but that our leaders have a responsibility to act. Today, more than ever, as business and civic leaders, we have a responsibility to take responsibility for the health and vitality of our community at large. To me, It is the moral and economic imperative in these uncertain times, and that is why tonight's award and honor is so meaningful to me personally. Thank you again to Rabin Medical Center for your leadership and your honor, and thank you all for being here tonight. Thank you.
I came across a quote from Prime Minister Rabin, who said, "You have to seek out and talk to people. You cannot understand people from a distance." From the moment His Eminence arrived in New York, he has reached out at every level to the diverse communities that collectively make us a great melting pot. And he always does it with a warm embrace, humor, smarts, and a pure joy in his mission. 5 years ago, American Friends of Rabin Medical Center Executive Director, Rabbi Joshua Plout, first met with Cardinal Dolan, and this was the beginning of a beautiful friendship that has only deepened over time. As a result of Cardinal Dolan's connection with AFRMC, His Eminence facilitated Rabin Medical Exchange Fellows visiting Calvary Hospital in the Bronx for training in palliative care. Thus far, 2 Rabin Fellows have trained at Calvary in a classic Cardinal Dolan-style collaboration. So it is fitting that tonight His Eminence should receive the Yitzhak Rabin Excellence in Religious Leadership Award. And now I get to say something I never thought I would say. Cardinal Dolan, Mazel Tov.
Marianne, thank you. You look good in red too. Right. Thank you, my friends. This honor this evening from the American Friends of the Rabin Medical Center means a lot to me. And let me try to tell you why, okay? For one, think about it, that the Catholic Archbishop of New York would be honored by an acclaimed hospital in Israel reflects the touching and tender climate of religious concord that radiates from this great city. That Christians, Jews, and Muslims, representatives of so many diverse creeds, would come together this evening in a lot of fun, fellowship, and support of a healing center in Tel Aviv is a tribute to the religious freedom and respect for belief that is not to be taken lightly in a world where such an event would be thought science fiction. Number 2, why, let me ask you this, why are we Jews and Christians so passionate about health care? Why are my own physicians, 2 of whom are here this evening, Dr. Perskin and Dr. Pochapin, neither of whom are from County Tipperary, why are they Jewish? Why do doctors from Israel come to Calvary Hospital, administered by ArchCare of the Catholic Church, the Archdiocese of New York? Why is a pavilion at Rabin Medical Center named after my predecessor, Cardinal John O'Connor? Why are Jews and Catholics so into health care? Could it be because we cherish the treasure of the psalmist who chants, "You have made us little less than a god. You've crowned us with glory and beauty." See, you and I are heirs to the wisdom literature of Israel, which tell us that God did not make death. He takes no pleasure in the sickness of the living. He created the creatures of the world with health in them. You and I, my friends, cling to the belief that we are made in God's image and likeness, destined for eternity. Within us is the flicker of the divine. Thus, we are not a cluster of molecules, we are miracles. To heal is to do God's work, to be part of his ongoing recreation. From Elisha the prophet, cleansing Naaman the Syrian from leprosy, from the archangel Raphael, opening the blinded eyes of Tobias, to Jesus, the divine physician, healing the paralytic at the synagogue in Capernaum. You and I are heirs of a noble legacy of healing. That's why this award from a renowned hospital in a land called Holy, named after a great peacemaker, means so very much to me, and that's why I'm very grateful. Thank you. This is bigger than the plaque I got when I was named a cardinal.
Your Eminence, I have to tell you, Dr. Pochapin is my doctor too. I see you. So now I know that everyone is feeling a bit peckish. It is dinner time. But before that, I'd like to invite Ron Cohen and Joshua Plout to the stage for a special gift. Ron, Josh? We wanted to embarrass you a bit because we knew you'd say no. Go on.
This is just a moment to thank Ron Cohen for his amazing leadership for this organization. We present to him a beautiful original piece of artwork by Peter Max of Yitzhak Rabin and signed by him. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, Ron Cohen.
Thank you. Thank you very much, everybody, for coming in tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, please return to your seats for a special performance of songs from Hamilton.
A toast to the groom, to the bride, from your sister, who is always by your side, to your union, and the hope that you provide. May you always be satisfied. You knock me out, I fall apart, and I thought I was so smart. You will come of age with our young nation. We'll bleed and fight for you. We'll make it right for you. If we lay a strong enough foundation, we'll pass it on to you. We'll give the world to you, and you'll blow us all away. Someday, someday. Yeah, you'll blow us all away. Someday, someday. Can you imagine forgiveness? Can you imagine if you see him in the street, walking by your side, talking by your side, have pity. They are going through the unimaginable.
Two Virginians and an immigrant walk into a room, diametrically opposed foes. They emerge with the compromise, having opened doors that were previously closed. The immigrant emerges with unprecedented financial power, a system he can shape however he wants. The Virginians emerge with the nation's capital, and here's the pièce de résistance. No one else was in the room where it happened, the room where it happened, the room where it happened. No one else was in the room where it happened, the room where it happened, the room where it happened. No one really knows how the game is played, the art of the trade, how the sausage gets made. We just assume that it happens, but no one else is in the room where it happens. Thank you. Can we hear it one more time for the students of LaGuardia High? Can we hear it one more time for Carly Betfield? Thank you so much for having us. Thank you so much.
you.
No.